Can PulseChain still do 100x? That's a question that we want to address in this video. And I want to address it because I've been seeing a lot of comments, people suggesting that if PulseX does a 2x, a 3x, a 5x, we'll be lucky. And it seems to be we have a lot of negative sentiment in the space right now. But this is not the full picture. We have a lot of negative sentiment, but I think that the quality of people that are left in the space right now are the more advanced people when it comes to crypto. They're the more hardcore people who understand crypto more than most people. So we have, it's almost like a double-edged sword. There's a lot of negativity, but there's also a lot of advanced level people, which means that are not so easily shaken, which means that they're not so ready to dump if things go bad. Now, having said that, is 5x all we can expect from Pulse? And I think that the answer is definitely no. We can expect a lot more gains. Now, I'm starting to see, I saw an argument that's saying that, look, the market cap is too much, and if we get 100x, the market cap will be too high. And this is something that I thought was interesting, because a lot of times when I spoke on this channel and I said market cap matters, a lot of people used to always say that, well, market cap doesn't matter, because Richard Hart said market cap doesn't matter. Now, that perspective is not a full picture. Market cap doesn't matter for Hex. It didn't matter for Hex. Hex continued to pump even if it had a high market cap. But what most people did not understand about what Richard Hart said, it's true. However, the exception is not the rule, right? So I always had to explain that to people, because a lot of times when you have new people in the space, when they hear market cap doesn't matter, all of a sudden they're just running around everywhere and saying market cap doesn't matter, market cap doesn't matter. And without understanding that the truth is this, that the exception is not the rule. The rule is market cap matters, but there are some exceptions to that rule. And that is exactly what we saw when we saw the price of X pump hard, is that it was the exception, not the rule. Now, what do I mean by exception, not the rule? The thing is this. What drives price is how many people are selling. That's what drops price. What makes price go up is how many people are buying and holding, right? So what we did have is a lot of people who just buy and hold, hodl. And so we've got a lot of really huge whales who just hodl, who don't sell. And we've got a lot of people who, when they do sell, they do it in a systematic way that they don't collapse the price and it maintains the price. So we have a lot of good whales, right? We have a lot of whales who have the best interest of the project at heart, who can allow us to drive the price up. So we've got that. So we have a dedicated community, dedicated whales who just hodl, right? The God whale just hodl, 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 and that drives price up. So if we look at that and we say that if we look at Pulse, if we look at the top whales of Pulse, first of all, the highest sacrificers. Some of the high sacrificers might be people that are really connected or close to Richard Hart. And those are possibly the most diamond hands out there. They're probably not going to move their coins for some time. Second of all, we don't have inherent sell pressure on PulseChain, which is different from if you look at Matic, if you look at Ethereum, if you look at all these. Now, all these will still pump, but they have a lot of negative externalities. They've got a team, they employ 1,000 people. Those 1,000 people need to get paid from what? Token sales, right? They've got, they invest in several projects in the ecosystem tokens. Those things need, what do they need to do to fund the development of their protocols? They need to sell. We don't have as many negative externalities as that, right? The way Richard Hart builds is he builds decentralized systems that work on their own. The projects that are building for PulseChain, most of them are doing their own sacrifice phases, or they're funding their development from their own pocket. So we don't have as much negative externalities. Now, if you think about that we are a layer one blockchain with less negative externalities than other layer one chains. That means that the need to sell is a little bit is a lot less than other blockchains. Which means if we go back to the formula of what drives price up, it's holding. It's holding and buying more and not selling. What drives price down is selling. So if we go back to that equation, it tells you that we can pump. Now the reason in most cases, once you have a high market cap, it's harder to pump up the price because you need a large amount of capital to put the price up. But if you have hodlers of last resort who do not sell, you don't need as much capital to pump the price up because you don't have as much coins that are available for sale. If all of the tokens that are available, if people take all their coins and they never sell, the price can only go up, right? If people never take profits, the price never goes up. But then you can say, okay, if you don't take profits, how will you realize those gains? Well, if people never take profits, the price will always go up. The price will not go down if you don't take profits. If you take profits, that's when the price start to dip. And if you look at those fundamentals, that we've got lots of good whales we've got an ecosystem that requires minimal selling, very, very little selling that is required in the ecosystem. I think it's a recipe for great price performance. So it's great that people understand these things, that market cap does matter and also market cap doesn't matter. But understanding the nuance is the most important part of it. That's the most important part of it. And that's what I think a lot of people lack. It's understanding the nuance that it doesn't matter, but the exception is not the rule. And this is the situation where it doesn't matter, and this is the situation where it matters, which is most cases. In most cases, when market cap goes up, you have much more volume that is being moved around. You've got lots more buying and selling. You've got billions of dollars of buying, of selling daily. And when you have that, yeah, you will most likely have, once you have billions that are trading every single day, it's a lot harder to push the price up. And then that's when the market cap matters a great deal. Now, all in all, our volumes are still low right now. We've got about 20 million volume in 24 hours. The volumes go higher a lot, but the key difference is that obviously most of our volume is on chain, and most of other cryptocurrencies volume is on centralized exchanges. We don't have enough centralized exchange listings at the moment. So, but hopefully in time we will. But that's a story for another day. But for now, I think we can pump a great deal. As long as we're still trading $20 million a day, we can pump. It's still easy to pump up. A few $1 million can really drive the price up. But as time goes on, as we get more and more of that liquidity, it will get harder to pump over time. But for now, I think we can pump. We can definitely pump to high levels. But my expectation is that, like I said before, that I think obviously my my predictions are not as high as they were before. I do think that yeah, we definitely need some conservative pump numbers, but we can definitely pump harder than Ethereum. We can definitely pump harder than Bitcoin. But all those huge coins, we can definitely pump harder than them. But Pulse is not going to do a crazy meme coin type pump where it goes, at least not in the short term, at least not in the next 2 years. We're not going to get that insane pump in the same way that we got Hex, right? Because if we really bring back the market cap argument, Hex pumps 10,000x from the bottom, and that's a point where the market cap was probably about 5 million. And so it's a different ball game where we are right now. So those pump numbers are possibly a lot harder to get than they were before. Now, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that we can pump the same 10,000x, the same 100,000x, the same millionx like we did with meme coins, or do you think not? Right? I certainly think that we should expect conservative pumps, good pumps that are good enough, and you got to understand that obviously there's a risk reward here. That the advantage of Pulse right now is that it's a layer 1 blockchain, which means that it'll most likely be around for a very, very long time, right? It's not like a new token that's been launched that can just get wrecked, right? So it's got the fundamentals of something like an Ethereum, but the fundamentals of something that is a lot smaller. Now, it doesn't have the fundamentals of crazy meme coin. I don't think it does at this point, but it does have insane fundamentals that if you just want to relax, you don't want any stress, you just want a coin that will most likely go up over time. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time.